Hello, everyone. My name is Jenna Ryan. Welcome to Self Love You. I would like to say hello to all of my self-lovies, those of you who subscribe to the channel, and also to new people. Welcome. Thank you so much for listening and contributing in the comments section. Today's topic is going to be the IMAGO. Dealing with repeat narcissist abuse, dealing with your relational IMAGO, getting the love that you want in life, dealing with the patterns that are keeping you bound to unhealthy, toxic situations. So I don't know what I'm going to title the video, but it's going to be something about the IMAGO. So look up in Google. After you listen to this video, look up IMAGO, or you can even look it up right now and come back. The IMAGO is the map of all negative experiences from your formative years, which is 0 to age 7. The negative aspects of your primary caregivers, this includes extended family. This includes your mother, your father, the person that raised you, your grandparents, aunts, and uncles. All of the negative experiences experienced by a person are said to be cast into what is considered to be the IMAGO. I learned about the IMAGO from Harville Hendrix in his book, Getting the Love You Want. And there is a whole school of therapy called IMAGO therapy. IMAGO therapy is the process of discovering what is your IMAGO, which is all the negative impressions in your relationships from 0 to 7, so that you can know what needs to be healed. Getting to know what your IMAGO is so that you can heal in relationship. So IMAGO therapy is something that is done within relationship, because the wounding and the negative impressions put upon your psyche were conducted through relationship. And so it is thought that only by relationship can this negative aspect, these negative patterns, be resolved and healed. It's very satisfying to be able to heal in a relationship. That, in my opinion, is the ideal relationship. Not one where you are toxically injuring one another, but a relationship where you are both healing each other. You're healing the wounds that occurred. Everyone has some wounding. Every person, it's just an aspect of being alive, growing up, and being an individual. You're going to be hurt. So everyone has an IMAGO. Some people who have gone through traumatic childhood experiences, such as narcissist abuse or child abuse of any kind, or any kind of painful situation, death of a parent, divorce, those people are going to have a more complex IMAGO, and they're going to have more healing to do when they are an adult. The IMAGO therapy is the process, I'll say it again, of healing your wounds, your wounded behavior, your wounded traits in adult relationships. Ideally, you grow to the extent, you're individuated to the extent that you are able to engage in a relationship that's healthy enough that you're able to experience your wounds in the relationship and get the healing from your partner. This can be done in therapeutic sessions using IMAGO therapists, and it can be done just as a matter of life. And you kind of know when it's happening. You're like, I felt abandoned when I was a kid at this point, and here my husband is bringing me lunch. And you feel and you sense that IMAGO healing. It can happen just spontaneously, organically, or you can actually do exercises. There's a whole school, like I say, a whole school of thought on the IMAGO therapy. Look it up. But the importance that I want to bring to the IMAGO is that what we do as adults is we seek out relationships that match our wounding. Because of the process which Freud called repetition compulsion, we have a compulsion to complete the Gestalt transaction that has occurred. So if we are wounded, it breaks the Gestalt, it breaks the pattern, it breaks the template, and we will forever be stuck in a pattern of trying to remedy that Gestalt, of trying to remedy that relational issue, that programming bleep, that bugginess in the program. So rather than instinctively knowing that this behavior, this toxic behavior, is not good for me, we actually seek out that which we know in order to subconsciously, we do this in effort to heal, see a resolution to the Gestalt. So you have to understand, if you are embroiled in a narcissist relationship, that you're actually programmed to do so. Whether or not you are prepared, ready, mature enough, or capable to know that if you are hanging around narcissists today, then you likely had narcissists in your origin, because you don't just become prepared for a narcissist. That is a long-term grooming process. You either are or you aren't. You're either narcissist supply or you're not. If you're not narcissist supply, then that means you have boundaries, that you're whole, that you have a strong sense of self. You're not going to fall for the control tactics of the narcissist. But if you're not, then that means you weren't raised in a way that fortifies yourself, and you were wounded. So you're out in life looking for a completion, looking for someone to treat you poorly and then change their mind, looking for someone to reject you and then change their mind and decide that they actually want you. So you're looking for that externally. You're looking for external validation because you didn't get those needs met as a child. Those core childhood dependency needs were not met. And so you're incapable of completing the Gestalt, and you have an open wound, and you're going out in the world seeking that wound to be the solve, looking for a solve for the wound in the wrong places, looking for love in all the wrong places. It becomes important to understand what is driving you and really to take responsibility if you are in a relationship with a narcissist and you have allowed yourself to be compromised and you have lost yourself along the way. You have to look at what is your part in this process and begin to take responsibility, because you are you want an internal locus of control. And the more that you can take responsibility, not for their actions, but for your reactions and for your choices in a mate or romantic partner, you can take responsibility and begin to make changes to protect yourself in the future. Also understanding that you're always going to be attracted to that IMAGO representative, which means subconsciously it won't even be obvious, but eventually it will all come out. You will choose someone that is a culmination of all the negative traits of those who raised you. And you do it subconsciously. And if you are healed to the extent that you choose someone who's just enough, because you're never going to be able to, unless you heal your own IMAGO, and that's really a gray area for me right now, because most of the IMAGO therapy work is done in relationship. So you actually have to have someone that has enough of the traits to help you to heal, but not so many of the traits that it's so toxic that you break off. So what you're looking for is someone who's right in that sweet spot, who's just enough to help you get over the transaction, to complete the Gestalt. So that's really what we're out there doing, is we're trying to heal. We're trying to feel ourselves whole. And we do that by seeking other people who can help us complete what wasn't complete. And the IMAGO is a representative of all of the negative aspects of your caregivers in childhood. And you go out into the world seeking someone who matches those negative traits. They may have positive traits, but you're going to find someone who is going to push all of your buttons. And this is important because I want to build upon what I'm talking about. And so I really want you to understand IMAGO, and I want to have a reference to send you back to when I'm talking about it. Also, another video that I did was You Attract the Relationships That You Need to Heal. That is another video you might want to look up that I did that talks about similar circumstances, so that you can kind of understand why you are getting into a trap with a narcissist person or abuser or whatever, and how to look at things so that maybe you can get yourself out of that programming and begin to seek out people that are more healthy. And that is all I have to say for today. I hope you enjoyed this time we had together. And until next time, I will talk to you soon. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Talk to you soon.